All set to go then here at Spa-Francorchamps for a feature race which is going to be in damp conditions. Yesterday's sprint though was absolutely fantastic. It was contact from very much lights out. A spin as well for Richard Verschoor, avoided by everybody right at the cusp at the source. But it was a domination performance all throughout as well. Unfortunately, with a safety car at the end of the race. Today, however, Alexander Dunn goes from pole position. We're all set for what is going to be a very interesting weekend. Hello everybody and welcome to Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Wet weather has already cancelled the Formula 3 race this morning. Now we're going to see what 22 Formula 2 cars can make of the conditions. It's round 9 of the championship, around a 7-kilometre circuit, 25 hopeful racing laps ahead of us, and fingers crossed, everybody is safe and sound. In terms of tyre compounds, well, that's sort of been thrown out of the window. Everyone's going to be on the wet weather compound, no even intermediate tyres in F2, no chance as well of dry compounds. We're going to start the formation lap behind the safety car, which is a sensible decision. All cars will go to wet weather tyres, and with this it brings a differential change as well to the downforce level. It now becomes a medium downforce circuit. Brake wear, tyre wear and fuel consumption go down a step as well on that graphic. All set to go then for this one as the graphics change. Omi and Jake Sanson alongside me as well, and Jake, well, it's a bit hopeful that the F2 cars can get going because they are bigger tyre width compared to the F3s, but equally more power, but there's less rain than there was an hour ago.
The conditions do look better, so I think there's a much stronger chance of us getting underway this time than there was before. So I'm hopeful that this time we're actually going to get the run that we were supposed to get originally with the F3. F2, this will be an interesting race. If it's slightly difficult conditions, this could be a first victory for Ritamo Miata from the front row of the grid. Alex Dunn is definitely a favourite coming into this one. Luke Browning does a very good job in these conditions as well, and he'll be wanting a little bit of recompense after being binned in the first corner of the first lap yesterday. So there's a lot of drivers in the field here with a good chance. Looking at Roman Stanek on the grid, he's one to watch out for in these conditions as well. A lot of good potential here at Spa.
Yeah, and Omi starting behind as well. The safety car brings its advantages because everybody was just a slightly bit worried about what we could see. Like yesterday when you and Jake brilliantly, by the way, called the F2 sprint race. Thank you very much for that. I really enjoyed jumping in and out of that, and I listened to it back at the end of the day. But yeah, Omi starting behind the safety car gives these guys a chance to see the conditions, and it might be a rolling start, but to be honest, looking at the grid, it could be standing start.
Could, and if we even go back to 2024, I was so impressed with how these drivers handled it as well. They had a standing start in wet conditions, having waited hours for that race to begin. They really impressed me that day, so if they can produce something similar, I'll be quite impressed.
Here's the grid then from the back. It's going to be Clanton Shields in 22nd and Joshua Durtskin 21st. Kush Miney and Sammy Megatune have taken 20th and 19th. It's 18th for Rafael Villa-Gomez and Max Esterson is 17th. Sebastian Montoya is 16th with John Bennett starting in 15th position as well. Jack Crawford lands at 14th and Dino Boganovic in P13. 12th for Luke Browning with Richard Verschoor now starting in 11th. Ollie Goethe takes in 10th position as well. Alongside him is Amiel Cordial. Gabriel Mini lines up 8th with Leonardo Forlaroli in 7th position. Jose Maria Marti is 6th with Arvid Lindblad in 5th. Victor Martins 4th. Roman Stanek 3rd. Rito Miata in 2nd. And Alexander Dunn on pole position as well. So this race will start behind the safety car. If we need to go to a red flag procedure, that will be brought to our attention as well. But fingers crossed we don't need that. 25 scheduled laps. We will start taking them off. The first lap will not count. That will be the normal formation lap. and then afterwards we'll start ticking them off. This is then the formation lap behind the safety car. We saw Omi at Silverstone Formula 1 do this, and it was good. We could start the race pretty much straight away, but I don't think we're going to be in that situation just yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Formula 2, even at Silverstone last time out, weren't able to just get going. They gave them an extra lap, and then we were able to get the race underway. But yeah, these drivers have done well with standing starts, even around this place, as I mentioned last year. But they will assess the conditions, they will assess the grip and see what is possible. But they were the ones who produced a bit of chaos yesterday, so let's hope that they keep it nice and clean today in these wet conditions, as Alex Stern leads the field behind this current safety car on the formation lap.
And looking at the conditions, and I think, Jake, as well, it's a lot better than an hour ago, but visibility's still poor.
I think we're going to be at least 2 to 3 laps behind this safety car. It's just about trying to get the visibility up. The traction is one element of the difficulty here at Spa. As we saw in F3, though, the reason we had flagged the race and didn't restart it had nothing at all to do with grip. It was actually to do with visibility. It is looking better, though, quite a lot better than it was during the F3 start. So I'm hopeful that it's only going to be 2 or 3 laps tops.
I wasn't particularly happy with it, to be honest, and I think it was even to the point where before the team told me I was P1 and I didn't actually have a chance to look at the screens around the track, I pushed quite a bit to go for a second lap because I was not confident at all that that was going to be pole or even where I wanted it to be. So yeah, you know, I think it shows the pace was really strong. I think the second lap of run 1 was a really good lap, and I think we were P1 by 4/10 at that time as well. So, you know, I feel like all the laps I've done today, I've been the quickest every time. This is the second pole of the year, and the goal is this time to stay there.
Looking at the conditions, I'd say we can go this lap. It's not as bad as I thought.
Maybe one more lap just for safety is potential, but you could have a point. I think they would have put the lights out on the safety car by now if they were going to go, so I think they're going to give us at least one more, and then we'll be into a better situation. But yeah, the conditions have definitely improved since the morning initial reaction that we had, so hopefully this time we are going to get a much better race out of it. Don't be too surprised if we see a couple of safety car incidents during the course of the race, though. It's doable for racing, but whether it's going to be all the way to the death needs to be seen.
So it will be now a 24-lap feature race. As soon as that safety car crosses that line, we will be ticking down on the overall laps. It will not be lap 1 of the event. It will be a lap reduced as an extra formation lap, and that's happened now. On board Crawford behind the safety car. Yeah, already visibility a lot better than the F3 race earlier on. This is Gabriel Mini.
Okay, so now the radar's saying rain expected in 13 minutes.
Okay, and that's the case then. Let's get going. The conditions are okay. If we've got rain coming in, let's try and get some running in and get a result. If we get more than 2 green flag laps, that's going to be the best thing. I think this is doable now. If I was race control, I wouldn't want to swing the pendulum the other way, though, Jake, because, you know, we took too long to cancel the F3. Now we don't want the other way, and too long to start the F2 race.
I think the biggest hesitation at the moment is the spray at Eau Rouge. That's the only real hesitation point, because that's still quite high. But on a safety car formation start, we might be able to get away with that. Otherwise, the circuit looks genuinely okay. It's those trees. Again, the moisture that just carries in the trees up to the Camel Straight. There's only a couple of really treacherous points now.
Rolling start.
Are we going to be, rolling start? Is that going to be this time now? Is that going to be this time by? Is that what they're saying?
I think so, yeah. It hasn't actually, it's all the race control says is rolling start. Yeah, this time by. Green light panels are flashing with the RS. So correct decision not to have the standing start. That would have been too much. But a rolling start, it's doable. Very much so. So, Omi, we're going into that procedure we saw a while ago, that we're going to get this one going with rolling starts, not standing starts, which I can take, because I think that's going to happen in Formula 1 later as well.
Yeah, it's just better to sometimes allow them all to get up to grips a little bit better this way as well, with all of them just running rather than coming to the grid and possibly having a bit of contact down by the time we get down to the source. So it is going to be Alex Stern who will get leadership in a few moments' time of this FIA Formula 2 race, and he'll be leading the way from Miata, who can be so good in these conditions, so keep an eye out for him.
Well, I'm going to defer to Jake here as well. The Japanese driver being good in the rain and being from Super Formula and Toyota Gazoo Racing, it's kind of all in the air, isn't it? He's super fast.
Yeah, they really rate Ritamo Miata as a potential superstar of the future.
Aborted start.
He's had a long...
Aborted
yeah,
start.
we are.
Yeah.
Aborted start, okay.
So they've cancelled the rolling start. Safety car will stay out this time by. So
that's a very sensible decision. If there's even the slightest bit of doubt, then you need to defer.
Yeah, so they've cancelled the start procedure. We will be keeping behind the safety car now. And they need to tell the light panels that, because Bert Myland has kept the safety car lights on and the boards are still flashing rolling start signals. But this is now an aborted sequence. We will go again behind the safety car for another lap. Anyway, do carry on as well, Jay. Sorry, I interrupted there with that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It was important. Ritamo Miata has plenty of experience in dealing with these situations. From the second row of the grid, this is a circuit that really suits his style of driving. He's been waiting to come of age for quite some time now in this category this year. I've got the feeling that this is where he's finally going to showcase what he's capable of. Don't forget, he won Super GT and Super Formula in the same season. There's only a handful of drivers in history who have ever done that.
And he's shown flashes only, hasn't he, of how good he is in dry weather in Formula 2. It's taken a little bit of time to get used to it, especially with the new car he came into. But he has got a golden opportunity to show us now why he's good. He always reminded me of Takuma Sato as well.
Yeah, very similar comparisons to be made there. He's got that same sort of tenacity. He's got aggression when he needs it, but he's calm and dictatorial and authoritative when he needs to be as well. A very calculated driver, Ritamo Miata. This could be the first chance you'll really get to see him shine.
I completely agree with that one. He's a driver who now has put himself in a good position when it comes to the grid. In second place, the best start that he's had in this championship. And now he needs to try and convert it with some conditions that he is used to as well. René Rosen watching on down at Prema as he tries to navigate his two drivers of Mini and Montoya to a good result by the end of today.
Rolling start panel still going around. Not sure if this is going to be this time by or not. Just a reminder that at the end of the race, I won't be here. I've got to go to do Formula E and World Superbike Superpole race. So I will be handing coverage down to Sanson and Omi.
So the radar now shows 4 hours the next 60 minutes. So I think we'll be under wet the whole race.
Well, okay, so that's fine then. We've got wet weather tyres. It's the visibility that's the problem.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's holding this race up now is visibility. Everything else is okay. The tyres can cope in these conditions, but it's all visibility, and it doesn't help that we've got all those trees just keeping the moisture and keeping the mist right in the line of the drivers. It's so difficult here. Perhaps some of the other circuits, it's a little bit easier to see through the spray, but here it's really difficult.
Lights are out on the safety car, so this time by we are going to get racing. I don't know what the hold-up was. See on the radar, there's a few clusters coming in. Yeah, oh, there's a big rainstorm coming actually as well. Like we saw in Formula 3 coming, I just saw on that radar, a little bit of a red zone. Okay, so, time to get going. Alexander Dunn will lead them with a rolling start. Now Rito Miata's going to be right up behind him. He's got a healthy opportunity to lunge it because he needs clear visibility. So if he can make the move, this is going to be it. He's dropped the throttle now. That's good. He doesn't want to leave it too much. The visibility now at racing speeds is a bit questionable as they come into the bus stop. No overtaking to the green flag. The start of the F2 feature race awaits the green flag, and it is go here in Spa. Alexander Dunn leads us down towards turn number 1 of the source. Forlaroli immediately further behind as well, but Stanak's going for a move on Rito Miata to turn 1. He's going to have the inside line, and that's a super move. But Miata's taking that wide line, should get the traction. That's great from Stanak, but Miata wants to come back at him. Down we go, and now everybody hold your breath through Eau Rouge for the first time, Jake, and this is the crunch point. Oh, big snap.
Taking the two, yeah, Stanek's washed out as he goes through. That's Miata's going to pick it up. No worries at all for that. He'll have the momentum as they go out of Radillon along the Kemmel Straight. Miata with a better opportunity here to go for second position. He's going to take He's going to take a very wide line to the outside, but I think he'll have enough traction there to pull that off. Miata gets it done. Second position for the Japanese. This is not his first rodeo. Excellent work indeed there from Miata, as there's already a big push from further back. I think Stanek's going to have to work incredibly hard here to get back on terms with Miata. Alex Dunn, though, has got himself the lead that he wanted.
Yeah, he's up by about 7/10 of a second already, Omi, as we come down into Jackie Ick's corner as they come down towards Piron. It's still a bit treacherous, isn't it? It's a few snaps as everyone now is trying to find wet patches to cool down the tyres.
Yep, that is exactly the goal at the moment as we throw it into Piron, but great stuff. Exactly what Alex Dunn wanted as they squabbled away for second and third position. They're all right now making their way towards the third sector. Stanek will be trying his best to assess where Miata is strong, where Miata is weak at the moment, and then try go on the attack. That's what these drivers will try and do in these early stages, but a clear view from Alex Dunn. No spray for him, and he's starting to pull away from Miata, so Miata soon will have no spray either.
Yeah, this is going to be great. This is exactly what we wanted to see, is now the timing screens start activating. Dunn's fast in the second sector by about a second. He's 1.3 faster than Stanek in the middle sector. That's how much clean air and clear visibility is good for you as they head down towards the bus stop chicane for the first time at racing speed. And we know we've got more rain coming in. Visibility is questionable into the braking zone at the bus stop, but this is where they have to learn, don't they, Jake? They have to learn how to use in wet conditions, and they've gone through it several times in their junior career. This should be a little bit more easier for them, but it's actually raining harder now down at turn one. I eat my own words, Jack. It's coming down quite heavily now at the source.
Yeah, this is where you've got to be so on instinct. Miata just trying to coax it nicely through. A couple of drivers seeking an opportunity down the inside by the look of it. This could get very tricky indeed through La Source because the rain is coming down. One of the Tridents there on the move. I think that was Mega Tunif on Via Gomez. So nicely done on the inside if that's been held. But a very tricky situation now as the drivers working their way through, and that's a run wide from Lindblad. Manages to get back on without losing too much ground. Still there in front of Fornaroli. Marti having a bit of a run as well, but now it's getting pretty tricky. Kemmel Straight is now starting to produce that massive wall of spray again. So it's all going to come down to instinct. Drivers have got to just keep it calm on this first lap under these conditions. As up the inside, is that Browning trying to get his run through on the inside line there? I think he manages to make his way through.
And Montoya passed Crawford as well on the inside line. So brilliant move from Sebastian Montoya. And yeah, okay, now down to the braking zone. We know the drivers that are good in wet weather conditions. As from Gabriel Mini, he's one of them.
Okay, it's raining again and should rain for the next 50 minutes. 50 minutes.
We have 56 on the clock, so this looks like the entire race, and it's now raining proper. Okay, so I reckon this is now the question of is how long can we go until we have to red flag or safety car?
Well, technically, lap 3.
Yeah.
That's all they really need, isn't it? Because all they've got to do is get to the end of the lap. And then if they need to call it, they can. And it can be called a result. Miata still doing a fair job in front of Stanek. Martin trying to stay with. It's so difficult to predict when you're going to make that big move now as Gabriele Mini now gets himself ready for an attack on the man in front of him. That is Pepe Marti. So Marti is going to be the next target for the Italian. Let's look at the onboard camera looking back. We can see that the spray is still really tough on the way up through Blanchimont.
That's looking through a fog phase, isn't it, as well? Basically, back at home, if you want to know what's going on, go cover your mouth and nose, but go look into a fog machine. That's basically how it is. You can't see a thing coming towards you. But I mean, the only good thing here is actually we now have completed those laps. We can declare this a result, which is so critical because, as you said earlier on in the F3 race, we've lost a lot of racing this year. Lap shortened, race distance cancelled. We need as maximum points as we can, as now the rain's getting quite heavy in La Source.
Yeah, it absolutely is at the moment. So the rain continues to get harder and harder at the moment as the drivers continue their dueling in this middle pack as well. Alex Dunn continues to fly out in front of the Irish driver.
Fornaroli, massive snap at the bottom of the hill, and that's going to allow Marty to have a great run up now. Pulls to the outside line, down the Kemmel Straight, gets through. I could see that going. The way he took the line on the inside line of the Rouge, it was on the damp patch where all the water's collecting, and he just aquaplaned. He was lucky to save that as well. But it's weird, Jake, how you can almost predict the cars going round.
Yeah, it's very difficult to try and get some semblance of balance at this stage of the race. Good opportunities in there from Marty to take on Fornaroli. From Fornaroli's point of view, look, he got a victory yesterday. He's already proved a point. You don't want to take too many risks. There are points to be had here, but there are also points to lose. As you can see now, Victor Martin stepping up his onslaught onto Roman Stanek, but he's got to stay relatively close without getting too close. As a big drift there from Roman Stanek. You can see now that Martin putting him under some big pressure. There's general drift now, almost four-wheel drift coming from the drivers here in Formula 2, as again Martin looking for his bid on the inside of Stanek, who's taking a much wider trajectory than normal.
Is that the conditions or his car? Because he's sliding around like crazy.
I think it's the conditions. Fornaroli struggling here to meet the expectations of the car, and look, the back end is really coming around on these F2 cars now. This is all about instinct. Victor Martin heading up towards Stanek. He's looking hungry for a move, but I've got a feeling a safety car may come before he gets one.
Yeah, I've got a feeling the same thing. Last thing you want is to go around in these conditions, but they are just dragging it around. And at one point, the drivers always say, look, put the safety car out, stop us before we crash, because we don't know when to stop. That's the thing, the drivers, they will literally go until they can't anymore. They will literally try their hardest. Look at the visibility now. I can't even see the cars coming into vision until the braking zone for La Source. It's so dangerous. And remember, we're looking down from a camera point of view, so visibility should be easier for us than it is the drivers. And all four tyres now creating the spray. Done.
Yeah, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are struggling already.
This is awful, because if the tyres are dead already, then we've got more rain coming, yes, but the visibility's still bad. So why are the wet tyres just going off? It's still wet, but I can visibly see the graining.
It tells a lot, doesn't it, if the wet tyres are not holding up in these conditions. We talk about this a lot. Why are the wet tyres not used in Formula 1? Well, they're being used right now in Formula 2, and after 4 laps, these tyres are already really struggling. They're really suffering in these conditions. So that tells you a lot, actually, about the way that these Pirelli tyres work. It's not quite so clear-cut as, well, it's raining, put the wet tyres on and we're fine. There is actually an awful lot of wear around this circuit, and it's because you've got that propensity for wet pockets to collect around the circuit, whilst also being at high speeds to some of these corners, particularly here at Pouhon, on the run through Stavelot, the run through Blanchimont. You're really riding the crest of the limit of what these cars can do in the dry, never mind in the wet.
Is that sunshine down at Fania? I think it is.
It would certainly help if it is.
It would.
7 kilometres only, and now we've got rain at one half of the track and not the other.
That's far. Welcome to Belgium, my friend.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
sunny.
it's basically what goes on at Spa. It is.
Look at Dunn, though.
Right.
If he wins this race, he moves up to the lead of the championship by a considerable amount. This is huge for him. So he's not wanting the race to be stopped because he needs maximum points.
As long as it goes to lap 13, he's okay. He just wants to get it to a relatively decent run through so that he can claim the maximum points. But yeah, the Irishman with a chance to take the lead of the Formula 2 Championship of 2025 again. It would be the second time he led the championship, and this time it would be a significant lead, as that's Browning, isn't it? Getting his move, trying to get the move on the inside of Oli Goethe. As meanwhile, Bogdanovic is trying to get past Richard Verschoor, which would really hamper the championship leader's chances of getting back into the points if the Swede could pull that one off. Browning going for it. Far side. Not a lot of room to play with Oli Goethe. Goodness me, Luke Browning thread the eye of the needle so delicately there, and it so nearly came unstuck for him, as here goes Bogdanovic, now going wheel to wheel with Richard Verschoor on the run to Eau Rouge. Somebody's got to bail out of this, and it's going to be Verschoor.
That was good. I was thinking you can't do that in the wet weather. You are not. Even last year it was a bit of a do-or-die manoeuvre from Kimi Antonelli, but I'm just thinking there as well, that was actually not too bad a decision as well from Browning to go in super late on the front of Goethe because he got a good traction, but he just couldn't hold it up the hill only because of those spray. Had to lift coming through a rouge, but it's not a bad decision. Go late into the corner and pick up the apex mid on the run down to a rouge.
Yeah, Browning, the really talented driver from Silverstone, who he was the class of the field in those wet conditions there. He was absolutely flying as well, overtaking absolutely everyone. Browning knows how to do it in the wet conditions. Meanwhile, Dirksen really putting some pressure on Crawford. He's alongside Crawford, and it's going to be very close between 16th and 17th at the moment, but Dirksen cannot get by.
You know, I almost want to look like what these cameras look like in 1998 camera conditions, because I can't tell if it's better or that's because we've got HD now, but it's super tricky to see, or 4K in this case. But yeah, it's like, what is going on out there? Is the conditions anywhere near as relatable with the spray being kicked up? Because there's a big black cloud coming above the circuit as well. I feel like Stuart...
Really, Mini.
Chicken Little. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Mini really putting Fornaroli under some pressure now. The battle of the Italians, as Mini is trying to put Fornaroli under enough pressure that he makes the mistake. I'm amazed that everybody's held on to this so far. We have not gone safety car yet, and I have to say, everyone is keeping themselves very honest in these circumstances. The spray is just getting biblical on the home straight, as now Mini again tries a look on the inside of Fornaroli. Too big a gamble. See, it's practically dry at this particular bus stop chicane. Then you get back onto the straight, and that's where the water's collected. So you've got patches of spray, patches of dry. It is such a strange circuit, Spa. It doesn't really follow the same normality as everything else.
Montoya, transponder issue, good. He was just dropped down from 15th to 19th. I thought, what was going on there? But this is actually a good sign. I tell you what, I'd buy them all a beer at the end of tonight. Belgian beer as well, it's better. But this is just insane skill as they are sliding at Radion. Fornaroli's giving it everything, and Gabriel Mini's going to be under the rear wing now. Which way do you go in the blind conditions? He pulls to the outside line. You can just about see him side by side. Keep your foot in it, Gabriel. Yeah, well done. Fornaroli backed out of it.
Very nice, very mature, very smartly done there from Mini. Such an easy overtaking move to get wrong in these conditions, and he played it perfectly. He knew Fornaroli was going to put him to the left, so he just committed to it. Masterful.
I'm saying this now, guys, and agreeing if not, tenner, we see at least 2 F1 drivers cause an accident in these conditions where I hope F2 and F3 didn't. I'm saying that now.
I'm gonna give you that. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. Bogdanovic is really on it here. He's got confidence in these conditions that Goethe just doesn't have. Goethe's got no faith in his car at the moment. Browning's already got him and gone, and now Bogdanovic is going to have a look for an opportunity. Can he just tiptoe his way through Pouon? He's going to keep his foot in, but the front end gets away from him as he got one wheel on the curb. He had the line, he had the gap, but he just didn't have the traction. It's very tricky to make that stab on the inside line. Goethe with no confidence at all in the car. Bogdanovic almost with too much confidence. Yellow flags, but it's cleared immediately.
Oh, he's on the inside of Stavolo. That's an unusual move, and he's pulled it off. Fantastic move from Dino Bogdanovic. And this is just fantastic. Beers all round tonight. This is an example of why the juniors can race at Spa. I think it was the race leader. Alexander Dunn has gone off the track. Rita Miata has now gained 2 seconds back. Wow.
So this is where Ritamo can really utilize that experience from all those wet days at Sugo, at Motegi, at Autopolis, and at Fuji. This is where he can really start to showcase his skill. Dunn is trying to relearn his rhythm again, get himself back into metronomic rhythm. Miata's just doing what he does best, as Marti again losing ground here now to Lindblad. Lindblad is the one who's on the attack. He's up into 5th position, hustling Marta. Lindblad can do no wrong in F2 this year.
Megatunif, Montoya, Miney, all into the pit lane for wet weather tyres. So they are taking the gamble to change early and hope that they can go to the end of the race. We don't need to stop. That's another thing as well. Because it's wet weather, there's no man to stop now in the F2s.
if I'm Miata, I'm taking these tyres as long as I can possibly go. Don't forget, in Super Formula, they have a very unique pit stop window, which basically is from lap 10 until the penultimate lap. So Miata's got plenty of experience of running on dead tyres to try and make them go the distance. So if this is a pit stop race between Dunn and Miata, my money's on Miata.
This is belonging to him. I think Dunn went off down at Pouan. So we'll see if that's going to be, not Pouan, Stavolo. So this is Pouan now he's coming into. Do we have a replay? We've got the onboards. Come on, we must have seen something, because he lost 2 seconds and went off. Oh well, he's wide again into Fania. Everyone now just trying to find the grip. I would not be at all surprised, you know, if he continues to dry up the way it is, if somebody would risk it for slicks later on in the race. I would think that's...
yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Miata's got the confidence. That's the thing. He's got that experience that Dunn is still developing. He's got that, having been with one of the top teams in Japan. He was with the Tom's Toyota team in Japan. He's got such a wealth of experience. Yellow flag.
Crawford.
Right, is that going to be a big one, or is that going to be just a quick clear up? It's a quick clear up. There we go. We're not going to have a safety car yet. So Miata can put Dunn under a bit more pressure. Stanek is trying to throw his hat into this ring.
I think that's Crawford off the track coming through Stavolo and going to Porfray. That's the last sector where we're getting all these yellows. I'd love to see what race control are making of this, actually.
See, look at the confidence of Miata. He just has this ability to change tack on Alex Dunn. He might get the run at the end of the Camel Straight here. Keep an eye on him.
Here we go. Pulls to the inside line. He's trying to get the wet line. He's got confidence to run off it. Brief yellow again as he goes back to green flag. I think he's running flat through a rouge while everyone else is lifting, because look at the traction he's got. Over the hill. Look at the spray. He's not even lifting. This is unbelievable.
Here comes Miata.
Come on, inside line.
I thought he was going to get a little bit closer to him than that. He might have to go round the outside if he wants to make the move. The rain gets heavier at Les Combes, and so Miata's going to have to try and be creative if he wants to get the lead before the pit stops. It is really starting to come down now. Les Combes.
Passing's another.
Tires from Dunn are cooked. Rear tires are cooked.
Well, how the hell
And as a result, he's holding everybody up. Look, he's really backing up the pack. This is where Martin and Lindblad can really pull a fast one on them.
That's Lindblad looking at the TV cameras when we're looking at this shot. That is what I said yesterday about how the F2 and F1, all racing drivers, they can spot a needle in a sea of faces. They are so good.
Yep.
This is the yellow flag. That's Crawford running off down at Fania.
Very easily done there. He just got slightly wide onto the marbles, chucked him off. He was very sensible though, didn't burn the throttle, just kept it cooking and let it run. And here's Montoya doing exactly the same thing in exactly the same place.
Now, where's Alexander Dunn doing that? Because that's why he lost 2 seconds. We haven't seen that replay. This is Browning on the inside of Forlaroli. He's got that move done now for 8th place on the inside line down at the source.
Magic.
Oh, but Forlaroli did try and come back on the inside though. There's the leaders.
Magic from Browning. Oh yeah, this is getting properly spicy now. Miata is just coaxing Dunn to make the errors. He doesn't need to make an overtake on him. He just needs to follow in his guys. Dunn going very deep on the way through as they approach the bus stop chicane once again. He's coaxing Dunn to make the first pit stop. Will Dunn go? No, he doesn't. He stays on track then. So this is Miata edging the move. And look at Lindblad on Martin.
Closing traction again as they try and figure out a way to dive bomb on the inside line. This is super defensive stuff. And again, wide lines, not because you made a mistake, but because that's where the water is. Lindblad trying to get on the inside line and put the traction down, but his tyres aren't that much better either. There's a weird
So
mixture
much wheel
now.
spin.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't like this. Oh. TV director's now just playing with us. Look at that, they're all going to the opposite side of the straight. The water's now non-existent on one line, but then we get to Les Combes and it's raining. You said about these pockets, it's true. Look at the water. This is weird. F1's going to be
Spa has its own code. Yeah, Spa has its very own code compared to anywhere else. It's one of the most challenging race circuits on the planet. It still has this mystical, romantic air about it. because it's just such a unique challenge. It's up there as one of the greatest. Here we go.
Already, we're struggling.
Wow, Stanek looking for the edge then on Ritmo Miata. If that's true, surely then Miata's going to get a penalty.
Snitches get stitches.
Well, the stitches get stitches and probably end up in the ditch if they're not careful.
Yep. Ask what happened to Jackie Stewart after he ratted on one of the parties that Graham Hill had.
Bogdanovic all over Fornaroli. Again, the car just snaps and he manages to catch it. That's purely on deceleration. He's not done anything with the wheel there. He's just come off the throttle by a fraction and let the car just coax its way back through. Fornaroli looking for the move. Oh, this is Lindblad again. Now listen, if we get a chance on, look at it on wheel spin. It's just nothing but wheel spin as he comes out of that corner.
Campos saying, it's everywhere. I do hate the director though, because he's teasing us with some great shots and he keeps on going. Mini's got a black and white flag for track limits warning as well. Right, let's have a look at Bogdanovic as we come through Blanchimont. Joe, there's a vortex I've just seen as well, like a mini typhoon sort of thing coming through. As we've cut to the front here, that's Mini and Browning. So yeah, but literally just in the middle of the trees coming through La Source, a bit of a vortex forming.
Browning's having an amazing wet race here. He's really cooking on strong. He's got an opportunity to go for Mini. He's going to come in to the inside line at La Source. Can he slow the car down? Can he tighten the trajectory on the exit? Luke Browning's going to have to let Mini go again, but he's got a chance now up to the Kemmel Straight.
It's getting good. It's getting feisty, Omi, as they come through again. When again the TV direction changes pitches.
They are teasing us, and now it's a mystery on whether Browning will be able to do it, but Mini getting the cut back there at a vital moment. We are still all battling our way through down into these corners at the moment. This is a fantastic Formula 2 race as Lindblad looks to see whether there's a chance to attack. Victor Martins, the French driver, on the defensive.
The events are going to play a big role in this race. Martin's already 5-second time penalty. We have 2 strikes in Q4.
Wow, there you go. Martin's under investigation for track limits. They think he's already got a 5-second penalty, even though the notification hasn't come through to us yet. So Lindblad being told, just stay off the curbs, get this tidy.
Go on, Omi. I'm just telling JT something because he's asked me something.
Yeah, Campos and Lindblad keeping an eye on everything at the moment, aren't they? And Lindblad absolutely pushing Victor Martins through this part of the circuit. He's right on the back, is Arvid Lindblad, and there is the track limit. 5-second time penalty coming in for the French driver, who's slightly in deeper, just getting the better traction at the moment as Lindblad continues his attack and tries to see where he can put the car as he tries to get by.
Oh, this has got to be so delicate.
Paul Frere? No, he's something off. Lindblad, though, he's got the mindset, hasn't he? Just no, not yet. I'll wait.
He's got good vision. That's what I've always liked about Arvid Lindblad as a driver. He doesn't just chuck it in and hope. He does have really smart vision. This is something that really... This is what started in karting for Arvid Lindblad. He always got his opportunity, but he took a couple of laps to make it happen. These are all those days at Franciacorta, at Sarno, at Le Mans, all of these amazing races that Arvid Lindblad did in his karting days, when he would catch an opponent and he would sit there for 2 laps just waiting to see where the best chance would come. On board with Bogdanovic behind Fornaroli. Is Fornaroli going to mess this up? No, Bogdanovic is going to slingshot. What a move!
Thank you very much, director, for showing that not live but on a replay.
Oh, what a move, though. All right, here we go.
Going for, right, pit stop for Richard for sure. Oh, Mini in. Bogdanovic, follow early for sure. Wet tyres at the half distance point.
So Mini obviously trying to go away from the track limits problem. He thinks, right, if I get fresh tyres on, I've got a much better chance of staying on the racing line. So I'm not going to run the risk of any of these track limits penalties. Now, who's going to get out first? It is going to be Bogdanovic ahead of Fornaroli and Mini. So good tactics there. They're out of the points, but don't forget, track limits are going to be such a big buzzword in the next 10 minutes. Anybody that goes onto fresh tyres is running a much lesser risk of incurring them.
In 10, 15 minutes, quite heavy.
Wow, well, I've changed my mind, by the way. I'm staying put in this commentary box for this one. So JT's covering the Formula linktr.ee practice 3 session with the world feed. That was always going to happen. And the world feed will take you to the World Superbikes after that for race 2. He's got 5 seconds. Right. So his 5th limit for track limits. So Martins has that penalty. I wonder if they thought it was Miata.
Second.
Oh, Stanek box. So that was a radio.
Yep, Stanek's coming in, so he's decided the only way I'm going to beat Dunn and Miata is to have fresher tyres, and I'm going to try and outfox them. They're looking at the lap times. I think they're all going to have to come in at some point now because they've run the gauntlet. They were expecting this race to be behind the safety car by now, and it just hasn't happened. So now they've got to go for wet tyres. They've got to do it. The question now is when. If Stanek can jump Dunn and Miata, the Czech has got a great chance to win this.
This is going to be very close, Omi, but when is the right decision? If that rain is coming, do you wait longer on these old tyres, which will basically become slicks or intermediates, and then go for fresh when it hits hard? Or do you gamble that the race is going to get to a red flag? Well, several coming in now.
Martin's coming in. Martin's in. Marty comes in as well. Lindblad goes on once again, but he was very nearly passing down into the bus stop chicane. But yeah, we have Stanek also in as well, further up ahead. So 3 drivers coming in on this lap. So these 3 electing to come in. And then we have Lindblad, Miata, and Dunn continuing out there on the circuit. Might be going for the other approach as Martin serves that 5-second time penalty.
Well, this is very tricky now. Let's see what's going to happen. Obviously, the 5-second penalty is taken in the pit lane then for both Martin and Marty. That's a very sensible decision to pit. I wondered if they were going to try and carry on the same set of tyres just to exacerbate the 5-second penalty and see how much time they could gain overall, but it's actually worked out in their favour to come in. Where are they going to rejoin? Well, that is going to be Marty out in front of, I think, that's Megatunif, isn't it? So he's managed to get out just there in front of the Trident. Oh no, sorry, it's Esterson he's got out in front of there. So Marty in front of Esterson, then Beganovic. So very nicely handled so far. Victor Martin rejoins in 15th behind Crawford and ahead of Gabriele Mini.
Nice stuff. There's Beganovic getting past Esterson. Lindblad's coming into the pit lane. But yeah, Beganovic has a lot of confidence in these conditions. Next up is Pepe Marti. So that will be an interesting move if he is able to find a way by on the Campos driver. Browning also saying that he's going to be coming into the pit lane as well as Beganovic really closes in. They're all going to be in. Dunn is also coming in. Our race leader, Marti out wide. Beganovic tries to get to the inside line. Black and white flag further back for Marti. Beganovic on this part of the circuit again has to back out of it.
Go on, go on,
but
go on.
Beganovic might get a better run as he comes through. This could be an opportunity on the throttle just to stick it up to the inside line. Marty's got to make a decision now. He bails. Beganovic is through. Nicely done.
Oh, don't hold it around the outside, Martin. That was good from Beganovic. Well done. So, back into racing action then. You would almost be fooled into thinking it's ready for slicks, but we've got heavier rain incoming, and this is going to be a feisty end to the race. Dunn is in as the rain hits Spa. It is really raining now.
Properly coming. Miata comes in with him as well. So this is going to be tactical now on the exit. Browning's going to follow them in. And I think Correa's going to do the same thing as well. So this is going to be... Amaury Cordial, I should say. My apologies. I'm thinking it was Formula 3 for a moment.
I thought the same thing. This is heavy.
Yeah, this is getting very heavy, so they've got to make the pit stop, get out there, gain track position back again, and then they can commit. But Amaury Cordial goes on. Amaury Cordial stays out. Now, with the rain getting heavier, that could work in his favour. That could put him into a race-winning position, potentially.
Safety car standby. That rain's getting heavier. You can see it down towards turn number 1. It's going to hit the whole circuit coming in as well. But those who have stayed out... Oh, spin at the exit of the pit lane!
Oh!
No, that's Browning.
And that's because he's on cold tyres on a soaking wet track. Don't come back across.
Oh, Luke. Luke, what is happening this weekend, my friend?
I would red flag now. This is going to get heavy, and if they're spinning off on cold tyres, we've got a rouge, remember? I would red flag now. Because we know what's going to happen.
Wobbling a little. Yeah, he was wobbling a little on the run up to Radion. I think he's managed to get through that okay. Dunn is going side by side for the victory. Battling away with Miata, I think.
And Stanek. Miata's dropped back to 6th. Stanek's gone through. Miata's had an issue somewhere. He's 2 seconds back. So Miata's gone off the track somewhere. Look at him. He's crawling around like crazy. But Dunn's back out of Stanek. So the top 3 haven't stopped yet. And if the red flag comes out, they're the winners. But look at those. Those on Cole's wet tyres are now a liability.
Alex Dunn sliding around like Billy O as he tries to hold on in front of Roman Stanek. Through to the left hand as they go now through Pouon. Up towards Vanya, they will go. Stanek really needs to make this move on Dunn quickly, especially with the rain coming down. He's got to make the overtake before the safety car, which would inevitably appear, is going to come. He needs to make this move on the outlap, and Stanek is trying every trick in the book.
Look how dry it is coming through the back. We've got a yellow flag now out on the circuit. Oh, they've gone green now, but this is ridiculous. It's nearly bone-dry conditions in Sector 3. It's only once we reach the bus stop is the rain starting to come down. Cordeal might have made the right decision. If he can do what Hamilton did in 2008, just stay out there on these tyres, he has it. But look at the weather now. It is literally, you turn the corner and it is two different weather. One side it's sunny and the other it's literally Noah's Ark territory. And Cordeal boxes.
Yeah, he had no choice. Unless the safety car came on that lap, he had absolutely no choice. It's too wet in certain parts. It's too dry in others. You cannot do that on old tyres. It was a good idea, Amory. Unless the safety car had come on that lap, it would have worked. Now Goethe picks up the slap in front of Alex Dunn. This is going to be so difficult for Oliver Goethe. He's on the old tyres. He's trying to make it work. It's not going to work. He's going to lose this lead by the time they get to Les Combes. This
is madness now as well as they cut through. The rain looks like it's stopped at a Rouge. No, it hasn't. Never mind. Oh, no, it hasn't. Massive rain at the top of the hill. Oh,
they've got to think about safety car here now. This is getting really, really crazy as Alex Dunn is going to try and force the issue here on Ollie Goethe. They're going to have problems just slowing the car down at Les Combes as Ollie Goethe tries to hold the line. Dunn's going to go for it anyway. Holds back, tiptoes through Les Combes. And so Ollie Goethe holds the line for the moment, but Dunn has got much more confidence in his tyres. Goethe's trying to squeeze him, and as they run down to the next right-hander, surely Dunn is going to have better traction. Goethe holds the inside line. Dunn is going to have to wait. He's compromised. Now he can tuck back for the inside line. This will do for Alex Dunn. Can he hold this now round the outside for the next apex? He'll have better traction. Goethe's going to put him in his place. Dunn now switches back.
This is the problem. Now we're getting to a part of the circuit where Gunther's tyres are actually going to be working better only, and they can't find a way through. It's literally just wait for the worst of the conditions, but it's now raining at Pouon, and Dunn's gone right round the outside, coming down towards Vanya. Fabulous!
That is the move of the season!
I am amazed.
Around the outside at Pouon in these conditions.
And now look at those on the dry tyres. Well, actually, those on the new.
Watch Miata!
Miata's lost out! And that's
He had a real go at
through.
Stanek. He had a real go at Stanek out of Lefania, and now he's going to have another chance on him as Stanek slides out sideways. Miata could get the run here as they tiptoe their way up towards Paul Frere. Now they're going to work their way up towards Blanchimont. This is tricky stuff now as the rain gets heavier at this point of the course.
Let's have a look. We'll turn the corner. Dry, wet. Yep, thought so. Now hard on the brakes in towards the bus stop. So Alexander Dunn's taken off. Miata's trying to go around the outside. He's got so much more traction. He's going to lunge it up the inside. Stunning move, Rita Miata. That was insane on Stanek. He just looked like he was on dries.
Lovely job from Ritamo Miata. He's got such confidence in full wet conditions. Now we're going to see Lindblad make his bid on the inside of Stanek. He's going to have to go late and tighten the apex on the radius. He'll get better traction now than he had before. And Lindblad goes into P3. Lovely.
What's happened to Roman Stanek? As the conditions look really horrible now coming into... Oh, yeah, this is... Oh, Miata's sliding in a Rouge.
He catches it though. That's the experience of being a Tom's #1. Excellent work from the Japanese. Stanek coasting his way. We have got to consider safety car. It's getting like an ocean at Eau Rouge on the run to Radillon now. But for the moment, it is still okay.
The most dangerous part of the circuit. Yeah, this is great. I'm so glad they managed to get it
Pit lane
going.
infringement for Lindblad.
Oh no, did he cut the white line, I wonder?
That's possible. Wow, this could still take a really dramatic turn for Arvid Lindblad, but he's still pushing like there's no tomorrow.
Is it raining?
And he's going to be going after Ritamo Miata next.
Is it raining now down at Malmedy and in towards Jackie X? I think yeah, it is. It's raining again.
I think it is, yeah. Getting very heavy there.
It's hard to see because we've got a spot of camera lens, so I'm trying to see a look around on the but yeah, it is. It's raining there now. Oh dear.
Wow, this is really treacherous stuff as Stanek almost drifts into a spin through the exit of Bouon. Up towards Vanya once again, and the rest of the field are just dropping back now. Luke Browning, despite that spin, is in P6. That shows you how well he's doing.
So now,
don't forget that Luke Browning should be in that top 3 battle effectively after that spin.
He should do, yeah.
Investigation after the race for Lindblad's pit lane infringement. That's interesting.
It's very interesting indeed. And now here's Browning trying to attack. Yellow flags are flying around this spa circuit once again as we continue the attack right now in the 3rd sector with our race leaders.
Yeah, it's gone green.
Villa Gomez.
Oh.
It's Villa Gomez at the moment, I think. She's been able to get back going, luckily.
I wonder if that's gone wide at Vanya. This is a bit
So Browning now tiptoeing behind Marty, waiting for Marty's chance to move forward. Beganovic B7 from Fordaroli Mini, and then Victor Martin all the way back in 10th position. Victor Martin has had such a horrible race in the second half.
Has the rain stopped now? We're just left with this standing water. I can't actually tell. No, it's raining at the source. This is how confusing it is. It's not raining on the start line, but it's raining at the source.
Yeah.
I hate this track so much. It's so difficult.
It's not easy to determine where the big rain is, but now at Eau Rouge it is really tricky. Oh, you've got to take some brave bills if you're going to commit there. As Luke Browning goes after Marty once again.
I reckon that's near enough for safety car because you can't allow the drivers to go through there at Eau Rouge in those conditions.
Well, so far, everybody's keeping it in a straight and narrow, aren't they? This is... Yeah. You would think immediately, well, hang on a minute, this is getting a bit silly now, but at the same time, nobody's running the corner. Oh, Miata!
That's...
Oh, no, sorry, no, that's Beganovic. Beganovic almost losing it there to Fordaroli.
He looked like he had no drive coming out of the chicane. And yeah, look, it's raining down now here at Malmedy and Ravage. So this section... Oh, yellow flag's out again. Now,
what's the pit lane infringement for Lindblad? This might be a replay of it, or no, this is going to be Browning spinning going out of the pits. Here he goes, on the throttle, bang, pirouettes around.
Good thing is, though, he didn't go over the white line when spinning, but I think he does when he comes back out of it. This is the reason for the yellow flag. It's down at Malmedy. We're focusing on the wrong driver, because off the track and touched the wall.
Mini. Oh, no, it's Miney.
Kush Miney, the other one. Oh,
this is Dunn getting his move on the inside earlier on. This is Alex Dunn. This is how he got his move on Oliver Goethe. This is, without a doubt, the move of the season.
Such a clown.
And he's got time to do this, but watch this move. This is, without a doubt, the move of the year in Formula 2.
How did he know the grip was there?
How did he pull that off? That is incredible. Absolutely astonishing move.
Last year, oh, and that's what happened to Rita Miata. He spun. So that was the yellow flag coming through Pouon.
Right in the midst of the battle there as well to try and get ahead of Stanek. And Lindblad's in second. Lindblad's in second ahead of Stanek.
So that was the brief yellow we had. As it raining now, it looks impossible into turn 1. Negative Villa Gomez forcing the drive of the track has been noted by the stewards. Okay. Omi.
Well, Lindblad's...
Yeah, go on. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, Lindblad's got 4.5 seconds to find on Alex Dunn. He's one of the only drivers out there who might be able to do it, as Fordaroli and Beganovic are going wheel to wheel. Someone's got to give best here. Yeah, it's Beganovic. Well, that was very brave indeed from both men.
It's raining again now at the top of the hill. Yeah, can you just make sure that JT seen my message that I sent him about swapping the streams? Thank you very much. Green flag still out. I'm a bit like, ooh.
All it takes is one spin
at
Radion. All it takes. They are really running the gauntlet here. For the moment, everybody's keeping it on the straight and narrow, but all it takes is for one lapse in concentration. These guys are absolutely on their A game here. And with Lindblad, oh, what's happened to Fordaroli? Fordaroli's dropped back now. Fordaroli's had an issue. Fordaroli's dropping back down the order and coming back. I think everybody's having transponder difficulties now.
I wonder if the weather is playing a factor in that. Like they're going through certain radar black spots because of the fog. We had that yesterday in the... Oh, what was it? No, when the fog came out, that's why...
It's Browning!
that's going to be
Browning
late.
trying to make his bid here on Marty. They were very close together. Browning's got a chance on the inside line, getting hold of it on traction. Marty's not giving him any space, and Browning's got to try and collect that. What a save from Luke Browning. That could have been straight into the gravel for the Williams youngster. Now he's going to try round the outside to get back on terms with Pepe Marti, as Browning has another crack on the back of the Red Bull youngster. How close was that to contact?
Marty is I'll tell you one thing, he needs to have that pull back. Marty needs to stop that. It was ridiculous. That was a dangerous block where he's giving him absolutely no room. Miata a little bit wide coming through now. He's battling to stay on the track in these conditions.
Browning's going to go for it. I think we've just moved away from him at the wrong time. Browning dives in. Thank you very much and good night, P5.
That's brilliant from Luke Browning. He's using his British racing experience to the fullest extent here and gets through on the inside line. Mini's also passed as well, up into 8th place. He's repassed Bogdanovich. Everyone now darting around for grip at La Source and just hoping that they can make it through. There are so many lines at the exit. You can see no one knows where to go on the traction. Oh, this is off board with Luke Browning through Arouge.
How do you do that? How do you do that on the limit? That's amazing how everybody's getting through without big dramas here. And then you're back on the power down the Camel Straight, hoping that you're not just going to face a wall of spray. But Browning is now up into P5. The Brits are doing a great job here. Lindblad now P2, Browning now P5. Imagine where Luke would have been if he hadn't spun out of the pits. He'd have been top 3.
Yellow flag out again. I don't like seeing that as it comes into it. It's a permanent yellow as well. That hasn't moved in by the time we've seen it on our timing screens. Mega tune if no further action. Oh, and that's Montoya. Has he lost the engine? I think he's spun and lost the engine. That's at Arouge, isn't it? Montoya's spun at Arouge. Safety car. Safety car's out. Yeah, Montoya spun at Arouge. And how on earth did he save that one?
Oh, that's terrifying.
Now, safety car's out, rightly so, but this has got to be a red flag. Safety car is out, and if that barrier was where it was before the remerger, that would have been a huge accident.
Yeah, fair play to the safety teams here at Spa.
Yeah.
You were right, he lost the engine. Good call.
Mecha chromed. They can't survive a spin.
My goodness me, that was a scary moment for Montoya. How close was that to big, big impact? Fair play to Sebastian for dealing with it in the best way possible. The safety car is out, and I have to say, there's a good chance this may not restart.
I agree. I think that's
What a race. Oh, what a race up to that point.
Omi, does JT know the plan, by the way?
Yeah, he does, don't worry.
Oh, good. Yeah, I am going to
So now we've got...
Yeah, I'm not going to leave him, sorry. I will, as soon as F2 is over, I will take over Formula E. So just let him know that he will have time. Just I can't leave the F2 race the way it is.
Well, it's absolutely spectacular, isn't it? Here's the safety car to pick up Dunn and Lindblad. If we do get a couple of laps in at the end of this race, Lindblad is now in prime position to steal this win away as Montoya gets out of the car unaided, which is very good news indeed.
Yeah.
Stanek, Miata, Browning. God, we could end up with a double Brit podium here potentially.
So
we know how strong Browning's been here.
I'm just going to swap you over for 30 seconds and move you over to the other systems as we cover World Superbike. Yes, hello.
And down pit lane comes Verschoor again. Verschoor into the pits a second time.
Sorry, I just realised I was telling you what I was doing and you couldn't hear me. I was just switching over to cover the World Superbikes because that's how it's all turned out at the moment. Wonderful race this. I hope we get a couple more laps in.
Yeah, Verschoor's come in for a second time, as has Shields and Kushmaini. Kushmaini, I guess they can double check the damage. Not quite sure what the percentage for Kean Shields is. Just put him on fresh tyres and hope he can charge his way through to the top 10. I'm not really sure that's going to happen. Yeah, for Verschoor, this is such an embarrassing weekend in the end now, isn't it? For Verschoor, no points yesterday, almost certainly no points today.
Hydrogen tone.
So we've got Dunn, Lindblad, Stanek, Miata, Browning in the top 5, then Marti, Fornaroli, Mini, Beganovic and Victor Martin. Fair play to Leonardo Fornaroli this weekend. He's made the most of the opportunities, hasn't he? He's there in the top 10 still.
Yeah.
He's held on despite the difficulties. He picked up the win yesterday, of course, and he has kept himself right in the heart. Right, this is on board with Lindblad. What's going on here? We're watching Miata spin out.
That's early on in the race, yeah. Coming through Pouon.
Oh, got a feel for Ritamo. That was a great opportunity. And of course, now that we're on the safety car, that could have been a winning opportunity.
So, if JT can hear me, I apologise for messing him around with the F3 stuff. Sorry, with the Formula E. But this race has gone long, unfortunately. Can you guys hear the track and me okay? All good?
We can.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Just double checking.
Well, there is Juan Pablo. He'll be disappointed at seeing his son Sebastian go around, but it could have been so much worse.
Oh yeah.
Let's have another look at it. This is from his way in, and then we get to see it through the way out. Oh, that's frightening.
It's weird how it went though at the wrong time. Do you know what I mean? It's like it went mid-apex. Usually if it goes, it's on entry to the bottom of the hill, not at the top.
Yeah, he was so lucky. And to be fair, he was lucky he was on his own as well.
Yeah.
So, safety car is out as everything changes up once more. Formula E is underway, as well as the World Superbikes. Dear people who make motorsport calendars, please stop putting important things on at the same time.
Welcome to my life.
How on earth do we keep up? Radio. Done.
Every lap I've done in a route now, I'm nearly crashing.
Yeah.
And I'm pushing way less than what I was earlier on in the race.
And race control will listen to that and realise this maybe should be red flag.
Look, you've completed 19 of the 23 laps.
Yeah.
You've gone a long way in. You can call it as a full race now. You can give them maximum points. Is there any point? Is there any purpose in pushing this any further? They've given us great entertainment. You've got the show that you wanted. Okay, we could do with a little bit more if a few more drivers want more than this, but at the same time, duty of care. Again, it comes back to duty of care, and the FIA needs to show that they do actually care about the safety and welfare of their drivers here.
Do you know the one I feel really sorry for? Omi. Out of 4 Porsche races this year, he's only been able to really have one of full distance. Everyone else has been red flagged, delayed, cancelled, and now today it looks like we're going to be in the same situation. I'm so sorry I left the series for you to cover it, because it's not fair.
Yeah, the end of the season might be good because I think we've got like so many drivers within 10 points because like no one's scoring high points because of not full points most of the time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that in about 40 minutes. I'll have Richie alongside me for that one as well.
I'm looking forward to it. I presume, Jake, you're going for lunch as well.
Yeah, I'm going to disappear after this race and come back in time for the Grand Prix, just briefly.
Lunchtime.
Look at Alex Dunn, how close.
Look
at that. That's very, very tough work from Alex Dunn. He's literally had to be on instinct. Do you know what? I'm going to say it. Best Irish driver since Tommy Byrne.
Yeah, I agree there. I agree. Eddie Irvine might be after you, but yeah.
I think you have to call him Northern Irish, don't you? Let's be honest, it's not the same thing.
Ran with the clover, of course. On his helmet. Eddie Irvine. Let's race with Eddie later then. We'll probably have a delay. We'll have to get the PS1 F197 emulator up.
Right, we're not stopping this yet, are we? We're not red flagging it. We're on to lap 21 out of 23. We're still trying to get this race restarted with 1 or 2 laps of a sprint. I'm not sure that's a wise decision.
I don't think it is. This is dangerous levels coming in. Because I can now safely say Rouge is dangerous.
And we've still got more rain coming, and it's happening now, so it's not, the conditions aren't going to improve. So
would be ironic because this happened in 21, didn't it? We didn't have the F3. Oh, blow up, engine blow up. This will be the red flag now.
Oh wow!
Who's that
Oh my
blowing
word!
up?
Yeah, that is a proper engine blow. That's Goethe. Oh my word! I've not seen a proper F2 engine blow like that for a long time.
He's been mecha chromed.
Ah!
And this will be a red flag now because he's put oil all the way through a Rouge where the dangerous part of the track
Yeah,
is.
there's no chance of this race restarting now. Not a hope in hell.
The good thing
Goethe's got to
is-
get out of that quick.
Yeah, it won't catch fire because it's raining, so we're fine. But he's got to get out of it quick because it's still smoke and everyone's blind.
Yeah, that's going to be red flags.
Yeah.
That's going to be race over. We're not going to finish this one now.
Oh dear God.
So Goethe,
Don't, no, let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't stop it with your foot, mate.
well, Goethe takes the initiative then and decides, look, we're not going to restart this race. I know how to do it. I'll overcook it.
Oh no, the engine's blown. What a shame.
He's got to be careful now because he can't. He's engaged neutral, but now of course
He can't.
that car's going to drift away. He can't let go of it because that car's going to drift down the hill.
He's got a chalk. Oh, don't throw that. Literally threw a
There you
bit of
go.
chalk.
There you go. He's chocked it, so now it won't move. But yeah, that's going to be game over for the race. That's it. So the winner is going to be Alex Dunn, and I have to say, justifiably so.
Yeah, there it goes. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's all the way from La Source down to Radillon. So there's no way we're going to restart this, and there's going to be a lot of work to clear the circuit before the Porsche Super Cup. Look at it, that's a big one.
Brilliant.
Well done. Yeah, there you go, Amy. Sorry, mate.
You don't see that every day, do you?
Only Goethe had like smoke in that style. Well, not as much, but he also had that in
Red flag.
Qatar as well in the sprint race. The red flag's out, but yeah, he had that in Qatar, a similar failure. And so he had the MP Motorsport with Goethe behind him. He doesn't like to behave with the engine.
Oh, and the car's on fire as well. There we go. Put it out, and that's it. Well, red flag, very sensible decision.
Alexander Dunn wins the F2 feature race. Arvid Lindblad is second, Roman Stanek third, Rito Miata fourth, Luke Browning in fifth. And
I really feel for Ritmo Miata. That would have been second place there.
he's so close.
I really feel for him. Yeah.
Well,
Devastating for Miata. Very good work from Stanek. Genius drive from Arvid Lindblad. Absolute masterclass of hanging on in there for Alex Dunn. That's the win of his career.
well, this is weird. We've got the race. We haven't got the race. We're not resumed, but we've just been informed that the top three have been gone to Parc Fermé. So that effectively confirms this race will not resume. We haven't got time to resume it
No, that's the thing.
because it'll be a one-lap dash, and we're not doing that again.
Well, I have to say, from F3 and F2, boy, have we been lucky.
Yeah. I think we've both in the dry and the wet, we've been given true examples as to why the juniors can race at Spa when they are mature enough. And that
There's
I think
Papa
is great.
Dunn. There's Papa Dunn. A very talented racing driver in his own right, of course. He was a Formula Ford king back in the day. So he's taught his son everything he knows about car control. And today, he really showed it.
What a race!
There's Warren Hughes.
Oh, Warren Hughes is a legendary figure in junior sport racing, of course. I'll tell you what, mate.
Yeah.
He's got all the hallmarks of being a either classic F1 race or a race that never happened again.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the two. But fair play to Alex Dunn. That is the drive that could set him on the course to be Formula 2 champion. He's got himself a decent cushion now after those 26 points. And you know what? It's going to be hard for the others to catch him with few races left to do anything about it. His consistency has been so strong of late.
Another question.
This is an opportunity now for Dunn.
When did Spa become Adelaide?
I know what you mean, actually. I do know what you mean.
Oh dear. There you go. Well done, P1. You are now the championship leader with 4 points. Well,
I think the sense of relief is probably greater than anything else for Alex Dunn. But what an opportunity now. That kind of victory, that's spectacular stuff. Great work.
in the World Superbike race, Toprak Razgalioglu has just made a mistake. Daniele Petrucci is now taking the lead of the race, and Sam Lowers is in P2, hunting him down. Sam could win the 1000th World Superbike race. I'll be back for race 2 later on today.
So you missed the 1000th?
I'm not bothered. Not bothered.
Charming.
Wow.
There's nothing like the 1000th. Yes, there is. There's the 1001th.
Yep. I'm not bothered because what championship lets its 1000th race be a Superpole 10-lap sprint race?
I do know what you mean, actually. Yeah, that's a little bit of a hiccup from them.
Yeah. The celebration will come in the actual race 2 later when they do all the pomp and circumstance for it. But yeah. Davide Tardozzi, of course, won the first ever at Donington Park. Also, what championship doesn't let the 1000th race be at Donington Park when it was literally the last round of the championship and was held at this time last year? They could have just pushed it and swapped the dates around and let Donington be the 1000th the same as it was the first. It was the same when we had it for Silverstone. And they said, oh, China's going to have the 1000th Grand Prix because they've paid us a load of cash. And it was dull as dishwater. We've held the 1000th event at a circuit that's never held superbikes. And the riders, in just one race yesterday, we've lost 4 riders due to injury because of it. And now there's another one. Just gone down in the race. The track's not suitable, so I'm not bothered. Everyone's really angry, actually, with superbikes. But yes. I wonder how the stream's doing, actually. I say I'm not bothered, but it's got 32 viewers. Oh, and someone saying that World Superbikes is the best. Sergio Resta on their chat, so maybe I should be.
It's fun on it. Yeah. I normally was quite, I could feel it was a bit loose, so I was like braking, but it was more over the curve. Just before the curve it started to come, then you go over the curve and go like that.
I had a massive lock-up into T18 at the very start of the race.
Yeah?
I thought I was going to...
Inside of T1 was good, yeah.
Yeah.
It was so much good.
Oh.
I hit like a massive cliff.
You were bad on set 1 at the end. Like you went and then
I went, it was really bad, and then I went again.
Okay. I think I was really quick the whole race.
After like 3 or 4 laps, it's like I was driving a rally car.
Sam Lowe's leads! I might have to head over.
You go do it. We should probably wrap anyway. I mean, all we're going to do is the podium, aren't we?
Mate, he was taking risk in it.
Hang on. 1 lap 3 of 10. We can get the podium and then wrap quick. I'll tell you what, I'll get your final thoughts now, guys. Jake, what's your final thoughts on this one?
I'm amazed that we actually had a race there in the conditions, but it was one of the races of Formula 2's history. A fantastic battle. Great to see the likes of Lindblad and Browning pushing their way further forward. Good control from Stanek. Amazing drive from Alex Dunn. I think he may nearly, and I do say nearly because the opportunity isn't going to open up very easily, but nearly ready for Formula 1. I'm going to say it.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Amy, what about you?
Brilliant FIA Formula 2 race. A great job by all of the drivers. To say that we went most of the race without any retirement, I think tells you all you need to know. These drivers doing so well across Formula 3 and Formula 2 this week. So looking forward now to going racing in a week's time at Budapest.
That Space Dodge guy, am I the only one that really loves the Porsche Super Cup? No, we love it too. That's why Omi's covering it. And did the support the qualifying as well. This is a long...
I used to do the commentary for it many years ago on Eurosport, so I loved it.
Did you really?
I did indeed, yeah. I need to get some of my old race footage out from the Super Cup about 10 years ago.
Not complaining. Well done, mate. We had to work really hard for that one. That was really tough. Good job.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, get them out.
Love it.
I wish they'd access Do you know what I really would like F2 and F3 to do? Give us and Porsches even, give us proper live timing on the F1 app and enable us to watch the timing back. Because then we could put the timings together with old commentaries and get them out there for people to watch back and enjoy.
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
So I'm looking forward to, we've got a couple of plans lined up actually, where we've got commentaries from 2015 until we started it, and we're trying to link them up with the timings, but it's a bit difficult.
Oh, nice.
But we'll get it sorted. Some classic F1. I wish MotoGP did the same actually. Oh, okay. I'm with JT now. I don't think JT knows that there's one without sound as well that he can add. So I'll let him know about that. On to the podium then. After the red flag came out, we've gone back actually on the count back to lap 19. So that puts Stanek still third, but we have counted back to the last complete lap. Well, are we going to hear the British national anthem? Only, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I think we'll hear the Irish.
I hope so. Eddie Jordan, of course, made sure that was possible after they played the wrong in 1999 at Nürburgring. The national anthem of Ireland. Top right leads. The national anthem rings out for Ireland. Eddie Jordan will be delighted to hear that from up above. The trophy presented and victorious! Yeah, top like Raz Galliona's taking the lead, so there's no point. Of course he has. The man who's dominating World Superbikes and will obviously go to MotoGP next year. The rain is now coming down even heavier, so the Porsches is going to be fun. Watch out for that. Armin Lippland takes second, and Roman Stanek finishes in third position. Another classic race here. The Czech rider will get through. Well, I don't think it'll make much difference. Their overalls are soaked anyway. For the first time today, as F3 didn't actually get a result, it's champagne time! Bang the bottle, and away we go! What a race. Classic in F2. I don't know what's going to happen next. Okay, let's turn our attention to the F1. Will it happen, yes or no? Jake?
50-50.
Oh.
Yes, I think it'll happen.
That Space Dodging It guy says, I love to see Jake on JB Motorsports. I remember watching karting with him commentating, I believe.
Oh, right. Very, very cool. I still do karting, I just do it in Asia nowadays.
We kidnapped him from Autosport. We haven't let him go back yet. Omi, what about you? Yes or no? F1?
Yeah, we've got a 3-hour window. I'm sure we'll get something going, at least, even if it's just shortened race. We'll get something.
So, there we go. All wrapped up. My thanks to Jake. My thanks to Omi and to all of you at home for sticking with us. Next up, it is the Porsche Mobile One Super Cup. That's going to be a classic. And then we've got WCR Race 2, that's on JBMotorsports 2. London qualifying, Super Bikes Race 2, and then the biggie, the Belgium Grand Prix. Surprisingly or not, we're actually out of the clashes from now on as well in terms of problems. Thanks guys, thanks to all of you at home. We'll see you soon for the Porsches. Take care, bye bye.